Working with Windows. Getting started. System setup. When you turn on your computer, you initiate a procedure called System Startup, or boot procedure. A startup program determines if the connected devices and components like keyboard, RAM, and disk drives are in place and operational. The program is known as BIOS, or Basic Input-Output System, and is located in flash memory on the motherboard. If everything is fine, the operating system, like Windows XP, is pulled up from the hard disk and placed in RAM. When Windows gets loaded into RAM, a welcome screen is displayed. The welcome screen. The welcome screen. If your computer is shared by others, then their names will be listed on the welcome screen. These names are referred to as user accounts and are accessed by their respective names. Thus, we have user accounts of Rangam, General, and Accounts. The User Accounts feature enables us to store personalized settings and preferences for multiple users. To use the computer, a user has to select his or her account name and enter a password, if any. This password is known as a logon. There are three types of user accounts: Administrator, Standard, and Limited, each one with a different hierarchy of powers. An administrator can create and remove user accounts, just as your boss can hire and fire. When you get successfully logged on, an initial screen known as a desktop is displayed. A desktop is a computer display area that resembles a real desktop. You can find documents, phone book, telephone, writing tools, project folders, etc. on a real desktop. Similarly, you can find file, folder, icons, and menu on an electronic desktop. Each application is enclosed in a rectangular display area known as the application window. An application window can be opened, viewed, sized, moved, closed, or reduced to an icon. You can open multiple application windows simultaneously, but only one of them will be able to receive input. That is known as the active window. Opened windows can be arranged in overlapping or cascading and non-overlapping or tile fashion. Note that Windows refers to an application by the name Program. Most of the items that can be manipulated carry a tiny image associated with it. This image is known as an icon. Thus, we have icons for applications like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and commands like Open, Print, Copy, etc. These icons make computer operations easier for the user. A menu is a list of commands or options from which you can choose. You can choose an item from the menu by highlighting it and pressing the Enter or Return key. Alternatively, point to the item with the mouse and then click the left mouse button. A folder is a container for programs and files, symbolized by an icon of a file folder. They resemble a real file folder. A folder is a means of organizing programs and documents on a disk and can hold both files and additional folders. For example, you can place all sales-related files in a folder and label it as Sales. A file is a collection of data, information, or instructions that has a name called a file name. It is stored and retrieved as a unit. All permanently stored data are in files. A file holds different kinds of data or items, like a letter, a song, a mailing list, or a chess program. A horizontal bar, usually positioned at the bottom of the desktop and containing the text Start, is known as the taskbar. It includes the Start button, the Quick Launch bar, taskbar buttons, and the notification area. Clicking the Start button opens the Start menu. This menu can also be opened by pressing Windows key from the keyboard. One can access recently used documents or files and applications from here. You can access all the available programs by pointing to All Programs option. It also displays the name of the currently logged on user. The Quick Launch toolbar is a customizable toolbar that gives a single-click access to an application, file, or folder. For example, to load Internet Explorer application, just click on its corresponding icon. The bar needs to be activated if it is not visible. A horizontal bar, usually positioned at the bottom of the desktop and containing the text Start, is known as the taskbar. It includes the Start button, the Quick Launch bar, taskbar buttons, and the notification area. The area on the extreme right of the taskbar is known as the notification area. It displays the time and can also give access to tasks such as volume control and power options. Some shortcuts can appear temporarily, providing information about the status of activities. For example, the printer shortcut icon appears after a document has been sent to the printer and disappears when the printing is complete. It is possible to reduce the clutter from an area by showing or hiding icons. To avoid losing data, it's safer to allow the shutdown procedure. Open the Start menu and select Turn Off Computer option. Click the Turn Off icon from the Turn Off Computer box.